Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Q1 FY23 earnings conference call of APL Apollo Tubes Limited, hosted by Spark Capital Advisors India Private Limited. As a reminder, all participants' lines will be in a listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference has been recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sundar from Spark Capital. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jacob. Hello, everyone. On behalf of Spark Capital, we welcome you to APL Apollo's 1Q FY23 earnings call. From the management side today, we have with us Mr. Sanjay Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, Mr. Deepak Goyal, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Arun Agrawal, Chief Operating Officer, and Mr. Ranabhav Gupta, the Chief Strategy Officer. Thank you, and over to you, sir, for your opening remarks.
Thanks, Sundar. Thanks, Spark Capital, for hosting us for our Q1 FY23 earnings call. I welcome everyone on this call. Thank you for dropping by. Q1 FY23 was a mixed quarter with volume falling short of expectations. The uncertainty for business environment remained very high due to steep volatility in global commodity prices, and steel was no different product which collapsed 13% in Q1 and then further 10% in month of July. The volume for our company was a bit way off because there was massive destocking which happened in the channel. As the prices were falling, our channel partners, our distributors, our clients, they had started to destock, and they started working on minimum inventory levels. We believe that almost 60,000 tons of sales volume was lost last quarter. However, we expect this to recover in coming quarters when the prices will stabilize and the channels will start restocking. We had demonstrated the similar performance in second half of FY22 when the Q3 volumes suffered due to destocking, but Q4 we came out with highest ever numbers of 552,000 ton of sales volume. Despite low sales volume, our performance in terms of profitability was quite good. In one of the worst quarters for the steel sector, when the prices collapsed so much, we could maintain the lower per ton guidance, which is 4,500 per ton. In the long term, we believe the steel price correction is very good, as the gap for a low grade tube versus our tubes is narrowing down. And moreover, our products are competing or taking market share from conventional construction products like wood, TMT bar, rebars, and light structurals. So our competitiveness will improve, and this will help us increase our volumes aggressively in the coming months. In terms of the cash flow generation, the operating cash flow was quite strong. However, the capex commitments of up to 1.7 billion rupees resulted in increase in some debt levels. Also, the inventory levels also went up given the loss of sales volume and some inventory build-up in our Raipur plant, which just started. These inventory levels also should start coming down, and debt levels also will narrow down. The other highlights on Q1 was that the value-added product portfolio sales mix remains around 60 to 65%, and this should keep on improving as the Raipur plant kicks in, and the contribution from that plant will improve our overall sales volume mix. The benefits from Shankar Association are already visible. The sales ramp up, as we had expected, is on track, and this should give us the desired ROIs which we had anticipated. The capex on our Raipur plant also is on track. with almost 70-75% of capex being done, and slowly and gradually more and more lines are starting as each month passes by. We expect Raipur plant to become operational from 3Q FY23, and the balance residual capex should also be completed over the next 2 to 3 months, which again will be funded from internal cash flows. Now, the main point here is the efforts towards market creation for Raipur plant products has started in a big way, because the products from Raipur plant are highly innovative in nature. They are being launched in India for the very first time. So it is very important that the market creation had to start at right time, which we did. So whether it is color-coated products or it is heavy structural tubes, we have started approaching the influencers in a big way, whether it's architects community or structural consultants or steel construction contractors, which are called PV vendors. We are having series of seminars in the cities where we are inviting all these influencers to educate them and talk about our products. And I'm glad to share that the feedback, the initial response is quite encouraging. People are appreciating the fact that these products are innovative, and they will definitely going to solve a lot of industry problems which the construction industry is facing today. Our efforts towards creation of market for heavy structural tubes are also paying off, as there has already been a proof of concept in form of the Delhi hospital projects, for which the structures for all the hospitals are completed. Very recently, we got order for a 15-story commercial tower in NCR region as well. So the ongoing inquiries for 50 odd projects, which amounts to 200,000 tons of heavy structural tube, is there in pipeline, and as we had guided that we'll keep on revolutionizing the construction space in India in coming months. This was pretty much on Q1 performance. Our long-term business strategy remains intact, which revolves around capex for value-added products, innovation, market creation, and ESG. We maintain our FY25 sales volume guidance of 4 million tons. This confidence comes from the fact that the Raipur facility is coming on track, and the acceptability for its product is also there among the end consumers. Our distributors are excited at the same time. At the same time, we are adding new distributors for these specialized products. So existing capacity of 2.6 million tons should see a ramp up, as sales volume should grow at 10 to 15%, and then incremental sales will come from Raipur. So we are confident that 30% volume CAGR over FY22 is achievable till FY25. With this, we'd like to open the floor for Q&A. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Rahul Agarwal from InCreate Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Sanjay ji and APL team. Sir, 3 quick questions. Firstly, on the outlook on HRC, how is the channel behaving now? Where is the price today, and what do you expect to happen over the next 3-6 months in terms of restocking?
Rahul, good evening. Sanjay Gupta this side. Today price is almost close to 57. I think close to 57. And I think when we're looking the international market as well as the local market, maybe there is another gap of 3-4 rupees kg to come down. It maybe come down to 52 or 53 odd rupees in the next 1 or 2 months. I think there is the bottom out.
So would we say that, the restocking basically starts sometime end September and it's not really happening in July, August? Is that fair to say?
No, sale is already good in the month of July. Because of the whole sector is without stocks. They are sitting without stock. And which companies are holding the stocks, they are good sales. Like our in the month of July, our sales is on track. In spite of our prices are high, because we have an inventory in our house, we are not dropping our prices in the market as per the raw material prices. But sale is happening. We are right on track in the month of July. और I think so पूरा जो चैनल खाली पड़ा हुआ है तो we have further भी हमको उतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं आना चाहिए in the month of August and September. We are right on track. क्योंकि जो एक्चुअल कंजम्पशन है वो तो नहीं बंद होता ना कभी भी. अब चैनल तो डिस्टॉकिंग ऑलरेडी करके बैठा हुआ है. अब उनको जितना मटेरियल डेली चाहिए होता उतना, like I can say कि we have an order of only 24 hours in our hand, but in the evening our sales is completed. उनको जो मटेरियल चाहिए ले रहे हैं, शाम को बेच के घर जा रहे हैं वो अपना. Nobody want to keep the stock. तो जो हमारा सर्विसेज है, जो हमने अपने सर्विसेज पर बहुत ज्यादा काम किया था लास्ट ईयर्स में, तो वी आर टेकिंग द बेनिफिट ऑफ आवर सर्विसेज.
Got it, sir. I understand. Sir, next question was on the overall outlook for the full year. So we are about 2.3 million tons is what we targeted. Raipur, obviously, it looks like second half will be very bulky in favor of Raipur volume. 3-4 lakh ton का हमने बात किया है. So how is your visibility, sir? I mean, आप क्या सोच रहे हो full year के लिए?
Whatever our guidelines is intact. हमने ये जो अपना year शुरू से पहले 10 to 11 टारगेट फर्स्ट हाफ का लिया था. सेकेंड हाफ का टारगेट हमने 12 to 13 lakh ton का लिया था. Still we are thinking we fulfill our target. There is some margin pressure maybe happen in the first half, and maybe we recover in the second half.
Got it, sir. And lastly, Tricoat EBITDA per ton, it was about 9,200 for the quarter. Why was it high? Like, because every other segment dropped in terms of EBITDA per ton. Any specific reason there? That's my last question. Thank you.
So Rahul, this was because of better sales mix in Tricoat in Q1. Right, Tricoat has a limited product, so three segments dominate the sales volume. In few of the quarters when the super high value added product sales are high, then the EBITDA per ton looks high, and when the volume for high value added products are low, then the margin will look low. So yes. So that's the reason, nothing much to read into it.
Got it. So it should basically retract back to its normal long-term average, right?
Yeah, right, which we have been guiding between 7,000 to 8,000 rupees per ton.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Wish you all the luck. I'll come back in the queue.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ankush Agarwal from Surge Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Anubhav, just a quick question on the sales channel for this high diameter products that you are selling to hospitals and all that stuff. So, would it be fair to assume that we would be selling it directly and it would be, an order by order kind of sales channel for this product?
So it depends. If the contractor is ready to pay on cash or on spot payment, we sell directly. Or if he is insisting for credit, then we get our channel partners to come in. We don't take exposure to contractors for credit period.
Okay. But since this, I believe this would be more of a customized product in terms of specifications. So would over long run, would it be fair to assume that a large chunk of this business would be coming directly to us rather than to our distribution partners?
So I guess right now we are in process of creating the market, wherein we are directly trying to approach the contractors, the builders, the developers, the architects. So
Right.
so here our interaction with those influencers is one-on-one. So for initial orders, there could be like direct orders coming to us, but once this concept picks up, the trends pick up, then our distributors will deal with the developers directly. But for initial kick-in, we have to get in and get the market going.
Right. Right. Thanks for that. Yes.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Vikas Singh with Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thank you for taking my questions. Am I audible?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, I just want to understand, we are targeting 32% CAGR growth in our volumes. During that period, what is the market size growth which we are envisaging, and by the 25, what kind of market share we are targeting?
We have to understand this market. Today, this market is almost close to 7 million ton. Out of 3 million ton is today from the primary steel and 4 million ton from the secondary steel. And in the past 1 year, 1.5 years, the prices between the primary and secondary is almost close to 15 to 20,000 rupees ton gap. Now it's gap narrowed down to 4-5 rupees kg. So the market is coming from the secondary to primary. So I think this market should first it take from the secondary, his part from the secondary sale or secondary material also is come to 4 million ton, and per annum basis this market is growing at the rate of 15-16%, I think so. So up to 2025, this market should be 6 million ton, close to 6 million ton for the primary steel.
And out of that 3 million ton increment, we are targeting 2.3 for ourselves. So effectively growing faster than the rest of the lot. So is that a correct understanding?
Yes.
So effectively, we would be 70-75% of the our structural steel market share, which is 55% right now, can go up to 70-75%. That's what we are.
We are targeting to 65 to 70%.
And plus, there could be some new additions in the market segments, right? So I'm sure half to 1 million ton could be the totally new market, which will be created because of our innovative products. So out of 8 million ton, out of 7 to 8 million ton pie, we should be 4 million ton plus.
Understood. So my second question, have we taken any inventory write-downs or hit during the quarter? And if yes, then at what HRC rate we have booked that inventory write-down?
Because we have no inventory write-down. Whatever we are taking the raw material, we are selling as per our raw material prices, the material. We pass the prices to customer. So now we have just high rate inventory in our house. So we are keeping our prices up in the market, and we have no problem to sell our material.
So are you implying that even after the export duty came in and HRC prices which went 7,000-8,000 rupees, at that day you would have been keeping some inventory, but you have not lowered your prices for the remaining inventory, and still you able to sell those products?
Yes. But the prices have not gone down in this 3 months, 7,000-8,000, prices have gone down by 17,000-18,000 rupees ton.
No, I'm just talking about immediately after the export duty implementation.
I'm also talking about the month of the prices are in the month of April is 73,000, and the closing price of July is 57,000.
Yes, sir. So just one last question. Are we still following the same kind of the process where we buy roughly about our entire requirement at the beginning of the month in terms of HRC and later on produce and sell, or now it's more spread over the entire month? So how are we procuring our raw material at this point of time?
So I guess the better way to address this is that our raw material inventory cycle is 15 days, right? It's not like if I am producing and selling 170,000 ton of tubes every month. That doesn't mean that 170,000 ton of tube will come on day one, right? It's a gradual, it's an ongoing process, right? So every day, 5,000 ton of steel comes, I make it, process it and sell it, right? So it's not like that we get all the raw material in the beginning of the month. It's an ongoing process. Every day, the trucks come from our steel producer partners and reach our plants.
So what I effectively means is that the pricing is still fixed on the start of the month, and that is applicable for the entire month in terms of raw material procurement, or now that has also become dynamic?
No, right now the pricing of the raw material is deciding the last of the month. Earlier, when the market is growing in the upside, then the prices is decided in the first. When the market is in the downside, all the conditions of the market, seeing the market, then the prices are decided on 31st. Like today, we don't know the July prices.
Okay. So this change has happened from which month, sir? This price deciding from the beginning of the month to ending of the month, this change has happened from which?
From month of May. Month of May.
Month of May. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That's answer all my questions.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please limit your questions to 2 per participant. The next question is from the line of Akash Pawar from Sahasrar Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Sir, in last con call, you mentioned something about primary steel capacity coming up in India. So
Yeah.
if that comes on stream, how will that impact our margin?
So see, I mean, it's not going to impact our margin. How it's going to impact the steel sector is that if there is more capacity coming in, the pricing which has been on the upside for many quarters we have witnessed, so that should mellow down. Right, the capacities have been delayed, not only in India but globally because of lockdown restrictions. What we have seen for the last 2 years. Now that capacities are coming back online, the supply demand mismatch which was there should normalize, and it is going to be very good for our business if there is enough steel in the market available. The pricing of the steel will be normal, and anyways we have our own product basket of 1,500 SKUs through which we sell various products, right? Every product has its own margin. So our conversion margins, our EBITDA spreads should not be impacted due to whatever steel capacity is coming in or out.
There is this increase.
Ideally, it should increase. I mean, because our discounting power, our negotiating power should improve as there is more steel in the market.
Okay. And so second one was, let's say if steel prices comes down to like 40 or 45 rupees per kg. So what impact will that have on our EBITDA per ton?
Plus, when the steel prices come down to 40-45 rupees kg, so maybe channel is not taking the material. We have to push the material in the channel. So maybe margin is tested by 1 or 2%. But for the long term, this is a golden era for us.
Okay, sir. How come? Can you please elaborate?
बस राइट नाउ आपको मैंने बताया कि हमारा जो मार्केट प्राइमरी स्टील का जो स्ट्रक्चरल ट्यूब का मार्केट है वो 3 मिलियन टन का है, और जो सेकेंडरी स्टील का मार्केट है स्ट्रक्चरल ट्यूब का वो 4 मिलियन टन का है. दिस टोटल मार्केट इज 7 मिलियन टन. अगर ये 40-45 पे आ जाएगा तो सेकेंडरी उस ढंग से नीचे नहीं आ सकता. तो जो 7 मिलियन टन का मार्केट है वो तो वो 4 मिलियन टन का जो ये सेकेंडरी स्टील का मार्केट वो तो रह जाएगा 2 मिलियन टन का, ये मार्केट बढ़ के हो जाएगा प्राइमरी का 5 मिलियन टन। इंडिया में अदर देन अपोलो nobody has the capacity to serve the material, serve the tube in the market more than 20-30,000 टन पर मंथ। सब मिलके भी 20-30 हजार टन से ऊपर माल नहीं दे सकते हैं। तो 2-3 लाख टन माल जब ये प्राइमरी का एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए होगा तो सिर्फ अपोलो के पास है। देन दिस इज ए गोल्डन एरिया फॉर अस, क्योंकि कैपेसिटी इज नेवर बिल्ड इन वन डे, और आई हैव अनलिमिटेड कैपेसिटी। I have the money, I have the raw material, I have the capacity, I have the market. My problem is कि सेकेंडरी और प्राइमरी का जो गैप इतना बड़ा था, उसने मेरे को एकदम बांध रखा था, क्योंकि 15-20,000 रुपीज का प्रीमियम लेके सेम कैटेगरी में माल बेचना और अपने वॉल्यूम के साथ इज नॉट इजी। अगर मेरे को प्रीमियम ज्यादा लेने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी तो आई कैन डू एनीथिंग। अभी राइट नाउ जिसका मेरे पास हाई रेट का इन्वेंट्री का मटेरियल पड़ा हुआ है तो मैं प्राइसेस ऊपर रख के माल बेच रहा हूँ। जैसे जैसे मेरा कॉस्ट नीचे आता जाएगा, मेरा मार्केट शेयर बढ़ता चला जाएगा।
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. That answers my question. Thank you, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bhavin Pandey from Trust Plutus Family Office. Please go ahead.
Hi, Sanjay and hope you're well. So I had just one question. This quarter, they witnessed substantial decline in sales as compared to previous quarter, but the numbers were great on year-on-year comparison. So I was just wondering, like, how do we look at these patterns, in terms of while steel price is correct and there's destocking happening. So for us to look at the business, like, how do we look at these? Like, how long does it take for the corrections to reflect in the trade and stocking by the distribution partners? Thank you.
It's not just our industry. There are many other industries in the building material segment where one single raw material forms bulk of the value in that product. Okay, and wherever this is happening, the global commodity prices are coming down. So each and every industry behaves in the similar fashion. Normally, what we have seen is, and we are also talking to our friends in other building material category, this phenomena is normally 1 to 2 months, right? Maximum like 4 to 8 weeks. If the prices are on downtrend consistently for 1-2 months, right? So the destocking will be there for same time. But at the same time, one should not forget that there is underlying demand for these products as well. Right. For example, a distributor normally works on 25 to 30 days on inventory in a normal environment. Now, when he's destocking, his inventory would go to around 18 to 20 days. Right. He can't take his inventory level below 5 days because otherwise he will not be able to service his retailers. So his business will collapse. Right. So normally what we see is that the inventory days come down from 25, 30 to 15, 20 in period of destocking. And when it's restocking from 15-20 days, he will take his inventory back to 25-30 days, right? So this normally takes place in 1 to 2 months. That's the kind of disruption which comes up. But whenever the prices stabilize, then
extra demand for the inventory.
Right, because steel, if I have to use steel for my industrial shed, for my housing tower, for my commercial tower, for my mall building, I have to use steel, right? There is no alternative. So I may delay my project by 1-2 months, but then eventually I have to finish that project, right? So demand will always come back, always.
So given the recent correction in steel and commodity prices, are we expecting the rest of the 3 quarters to sort of pick up for the volumes that we lost in Q1?
Definitely, yes. And same phenomena happened in second half of FY22. In Q3 FY22, our sales volume went down to 405,000 tons, right? And in Q4, we achieved 552,000 tons, right? So fully for the second half, we finished at 0.96 million tons, right? So same way, first half we also believe that that 1 to 1.1 million ton, our initial sales guidance, we should definitely meet.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kunal Kothari with Centrum Broking Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, during the quarter, we have seen fall in steel prices, a bit destocking happening in the market, and henceforth, in the tricot business, we've seen the net working capital going to negative 11 days. Then, why so at the console level, it has been flat at 8 days? Kindly please throw light on the same. Thank you.
See, tricot is a very small business in the overall scheme of things, right? It's around 10 to 15% of the total volume and in terms of the total balance sheet size. And it only has 2 plants, okay? So those plants run very efficiently. The inventory levels, or whether it is debtor days as well, because the products are highly innovative from tricot. So the payment terms are even better there, right? So I guess I mean, yes, it is around negative 10 days, but that's only because the operations are small and it's only 2 plants to manage, right? So that's why it is like super efficient. For Apollo, managing below 10 days at a size of 14,000 crore turnover and the balance sheet size, it's a limited product. And so yes, I mean, we are very happy with our net working capital cycle, how we have been able to bring it down with our very hard work of 2 years. So yes, I mean, I don't think there is too much to read into Tricot's net WC versus group's net WC.
So for X of Tricot, does our business net working capital increased during the quarter, or it has been the same?
We have given this in our presentation. On 31st March, it was around 7-8 days. Today, it is 8 to 9 days. It's mentioned in our presentation. So only 1 to 2 days of increase in net WC.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahul Jain from Systematics. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for taking my question. Sir, can you give some more color on the product profile that we will see from the Raipur plant? Will it mimic our existing products that we have, or will it be very different? Can you give some more color on this?
So Raipur, there are 3 product categories. All 3 are out of these 3 product categories. One product category is where we are launching the product for the first time in the world, okay, which is color coated products, color coated tubes. The second product category is the heavy structural tube, 500 square diameter, that we will be the first ones to do in India. Globally, there are 2-3 companies which do that, but in India, we are the first one. And then there is another third category, which is color coated sheets. So that's an established market, and will be competing against the existing players. So the first 2 product categories are totally innovative, and we will be producing and selling them for the very first time.
So in terms of our margin profile, should we see that it will be remaining where we are today, or we can see some 15-20%?
So for Raipur project, we believe that the beta per ton should be 6,000 to 8,000 per ton, right? And our existing margin range is 4,500 to 5,000 per ton.
Right, and you've got good market acceptability for these products, or it's like in the works and everything?
So we have started the exercise to create the market, right? There is a very strong base which APLAPOLLO provides, right, in terms of the distribution network, in terms of the retailer reach out, in terms of the influencer reach out. Okay, so it's not in terms of the brand, right? So today we have to get 100 architects under one roof. It's not a difficult task, right? So because the brand Apollo speaks for itself. Okay, so I guess I mean, and we have been creating new market for our products historically. Our 20% volume CAGR is all because of new products which we have been keep on innovating, whether it is a choker tube or window frame tube or octagonal tube or elliptical tube or oval shaped tube, D-shaped tube, handrail shaped tube, right? All these are innovative products for which we have created markets. So our team, our marketing team, our sales team, both have a very strong in-hand experience of creating market for our products, and at the same time we are hiring new people in the marketing and sales as well to be able to sell these products efficiently.
Right. So in the sense, so what I actually have seen that in some of results of some of the other similar types, so they've taken a lot of inventory write down and things like that, but because of our low 7-day kind of, we do not really have such kind, and this won't happen in the future also, right? That is how we should look at it, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the efficiency what we have achieved, right? To be able to turn around the HR coil which comes to our plant and produce that into 1,500 different SKUs and sell it to our 800 distributors. Right, this whole turnaround time is like 20 to 30 days. So that's the learning. That's our learning curve of running our operations, and that's helping us today in all these volatile environments.
Right. Thank you so much. Very helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Unnati Narang from Yellow Jersey Investment Advisors. Please go ahead.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity. Can you please provide us with the update on the merger of Apollo Tricoat?
So we had a last hearing was in mid-July, for the merger with the court. We had provided all the relevant data information to the court, and we were expecting that it should be through, but there was new date which is. Then we applied for the earlier date. Now what is the? So now the next hearing is in first week of August, right? And hopefully it should be through. There is nothing pending from our side. Once it is through, from 30 to 60 days, the shareholders should get the swapped shares. There is a process which will start after the court order comes in. But we are very, very hopeful that the next hearing in first week of August should be the last one.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bharat Shah from ASK Investment Managers Limited. Please go ahead.
Namaskar, Sanjay ji. In a very choppy and difficult raw material environment, very commendable performance. I didn't have a question actually on APL Apollo, but I wanted to understand these acquisition of Mungipa Securities which has occurred. Therefore, details, rationale and thinking and kind of a bearing on our business.
Bharat, good evening, Bharat bhai.
Good evening.
Bharat bhai, ये Mungappa Security का जो acquisition है, this is a new NBFC company which is coming for the steel bill discounting ये system. इसमें we are going to do the steel in the steel sector. The steel sector is totally steel sector is almost 9 lakh crore का steel sector है. यहाँ पर 1.5 lakh crore से 2 lakh crore का exposure होता है लोगों का. तो उसमें हम bill discounting system शुरू करने वाले हैं क्योंकि last 10-20 years में मैंने देखा है कि काफी जगह लोगों को गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में माल सप्लाई करते हैं, बहुत जगह करते हैं, तो उनको बिल डिस्काउंटिंग और उनको पैसे के लिए काफी दिक्कत आती है. तो आई जस्ट थिंक वी हैव टू, दिस इज टोटली रिस्क फ्री जोन, तो हमको ऐसा कोई नया वेंचर शुरू करना चाहिए. तो सो वी स्टार्टेड दिस न्यू वेंचर.
हाँ, but can you give some more detail as to what it will mean for APL Apollo?
Bharat, if you suggest us, we can talk on this in the other platform. If you suggesting us कि इसी platform में बात करें, I can talk on this platform also. Whatever you suggest, we are ready.
No, at least if you can give a kind of a broad outline or a rationale, and details we can discuss separately for sure.
इसमें हमने 300 करोड़ का इक्विटी इन्फ्यूजन किया है और 200-300 करोड़ हमने बैंक से टाई अप किया अपना, तो टोटल वी वांट टू मेक ए 500, 600, 700 करोड़ बुक साइज फॉर दिस कंपनी. उसमें जहाँ पर भी लोगों को दिक्कत है, जो कंपनी के लोग हैं, जहाँ पर इसकी जो टोटली डिफरेंट टीम है, जो उसमें जहाँ जहाँ पर वो अपने एज पर द गाइडलाइन समझेगी कि किसको लोन करना है, किसको लोन नहीं करना है, so they can give the loans or discount the bills. But we are just totally focused on the steel sector discounting bill system. We are not going other than steel sector in the real estate or share funding, not in any other business. This company is totally focused on the steel sector financing bill discounting system. इसमें नो डाउट हमको इसमें बहुत सारा अपोलो के डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स का भी हेल्प मिलेगा, जहाँ पर उनको बैंकिंग सिस्टम से पैसा नहीं मिल पाता है, और हम आजकल एपीएल से उधार बेचते नहीं, तो वो भी हमसे पैसा ले सकते हैं, या उनके आगे वो जो ओईएम को सप्लाई करते हैं वहाँ पर उनको बैंक से डिस्काउंटिंग नहीं मिल पाता है, और दिस ओईएम्स आर गुड, तो वहाँ पर भी उनको उसकी हेल्प मिल सकती है, और अदर्स वो दूसरे जो बिजनेस करते हैं उसमें भी उनको उनकी हेल्प मिलेगी, बिकॉज वी हैव वेरी गुड नंबर ऑफ डाटा विथ अस इन द लास्ट 35 years. So we can use this data and do this business. तभी मैं कह रहा हूँ कि we are not going steel sector से हम बाहर जाके कोई काम नहीं करेंगे.
So essentially it will mean once this gets operational, APL Apollo receivables will probably become close to zero. And therefore, we'll be able to crunch working capital further down, close to barring inventory of the raw material. We should be finished with.
APL तो आज भी जीरो ही ऑलमोस्ट.
जी, नहीं रिसीवेबल की बात कर रहा हूँ.
अब APL का जो रिसीवेबल है वो तो आज भी ऑलमोस्ट जीरो सा ही है. Almost 50-75 crore का receivable रहता है हमारा.
I mean, as on 31st March balance sheet, the debtor days, what APL Apollo had was 3-4 days. That's it, right? So it's negligible even today.
Correct. So then, how will I suppose APL Apollo has nothing to do per se with these. It will be some members of the family which will be part of these. And what will be the gain for APL? Is there any impact on APL Apollo because of this?
It's a completely separate venture by the family. APL Apollo has no role to play here. Family decided to get into NBFC business, right, in the steel sector itself. There is a big opportunity, which is 7-8 trillion rupees of steel sector. The products exchange hands, and out of this, 1-2 trillion is what the pocket which this NBFC company will address to, right? APL Apollo, some of the clients may take this facility, which may be buying product from Apollo, but then Apollo distributors deal into a lot of other products, right? Not just Apollo. They sell TMT bar, they sell light structural angles and channels, they sell welding rod, etc., right? So the distributor, the client could be of APL Apollo, but it is not to fund Apollo receivables, because Apollo's receivables are anyway zero today.
So essentially, from the point of view of APL Apollo, if at all impact is positive or neutral, but it is no per se other implications for APL Apollo operations.
I think this company should give help to APL Apollo to increase their sales, because in the last 2-year exercise, we left a lot of customers due to credit. Banking are not funding them, Apollo is not giving them credit. So we let these customers because Apollo guideline is very clear कि हम कोई भी क्रेडिट माल नहीं बेचेंगे और उनकी बैलेंस शीट आर नॉट स्ट्रॉन्ग कि अपोलो को पैसा ये उनको उन कस्टमर को पैसा दे दे तो आई थिंक वो कस्टमर सब मेरे पास इस कंपनी के थ्रू वापस आएंगे.
I see. So it will become a customer acquisition tool where credit risk is passed on to the new entity, while APL Apollo will be able to expand the sales footprint.
Yes, because अगर अपोलो का कोई भी कस्टमर इससे माल लेगा तो there is no recourse of Apollo. This is totally new venture, new team, new office. It will depend on this venture, not related with anything Apollo.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Sanjay ji.
Thank you, Bharat bhai.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Anupam Gupta from IIFL. Please go ahead.
Yes, Sanjay ji, the question is basically related to the heavy structural tubes capacity which is coming in. So आप लोगों ने काफी market development पे काम किया है and you have highlighted quite a few advantages which tubes brings to the table versus RPC or the I-beams and H-beams. In your marketing, आपको अभी तक सबसे ज़्यादा resistance किस चीज़ पे आया है and how have you tried to address that?
बस अभी तक हमको जो सबसे ज़्यादा रेजिस्टेंस आ रहा है कि जब हम 60 स्टोरी या 34 स्टोरी 35 स्टोरी बिल्डिंग की तरफ जा रहे हैं तो राइट नाउ वी आर मेकिंग 300 स्क्वायर में पाइप अप टू 12 mm थिकनेस और नाउ आवर न्यू प्लांट इज कमिंग विथ 500 स्क्वायर अप टू 20 mm थिकनेस बट नाउ डिमांडिंग इज क्रिएटिंग लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर वांटिंग अप टू 1000 स्क्वायर अप टू 30 mm थिकनेस क्योंकि उनका तब वो पूरा बिल्डिंग खड़ा होता है. So we had made some arrangement in the Faridabad to give this material to them with the fabrication. हमने ऐसा भी 400-500 टन माल लगभग हमने ऑर्डर लेके सप्लाई कितना माल सप्लाई हो चुका है 500 टन मटेरियल ऐसा सप्लाई कराया है. Now we are also in the process of investing some more money for going 1000 square line. So once the Raipur line our started in the month of September, August or September, then we are going for 1000 square up to 40 mm thickness. हमको सबसे ज़्यादा जो डिफिकल्टी आ रहा है अवेलेबिलिटी पे आ रहा है. People are very excited, people are very demanding, but unfortunately we are unable to supply the material.
Okay, but in terms of design perspective and structural safety of the building perspective, there is no major resistance which you are seeing from RCC to.
So people are too much excited. Now you can take a lot of. We are working on almost 50 odd projects. You can talk with any customer. We are so excited. Like I just let you know one thing. Yesterday I was meeting with one of the contractor. ये यूपी में अभी वो वाटर टैंक लगने का एक प्रोसीजर शुरू हुआ है. क्या कैपेसिटी का है? 200 KL मतलब 2 लाख लीटर. हाँ जी 2 लाख लीटर से लेके 3.5 लाख लीटर तक का ये पूरा एक स्कीम निकला है पूरे होल यूपी में. तो दे आर कंस्ट्रक्टिंग विद द आरसीसी. वो उनका एक आरसीसी का कॉस्ट ऑलमोस्ट 13 to 14 लाख रुपीज 6 रुपए लीटर बोल देते हैं 6 रुपए लीटर ना तो 12 से 15 लाख डिपेंडिंग ऑन द कैपेसिटी. तो उनका कॉस्ट आ रहा था. तो वी हैव सबमिटेड ए डिजाइन टू IIT रुड़की फॉर कि ये जो कंस्ट्रक्शन है वो आरसीसी का नहीं होना चाहिए स्टील ट्यूब तो होना चाहिए. तो फर्स्ट फेज द डिजाइन पास हो गया वहां से. अब वो एक सेकंड स्टेज का डिजाइन और पास होना उसका अथॉरिटी से अथॉरिटी है जल निगम से फिर ये लखनऊ से ही पास होता है. तो ऑलमोस्ट आई थिंक इसमें लगभग 70 to 80,000 और टनेज की रिक्वायरमेंट है. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर जो आया हुआ था जिसके पास 1500 टैंक का ऑर्डर था वो इतना एक्साइटेड था कि वो बोला कि बस समझे कि किसी ने इसको पास करा दो फटाफट मेरा तो काम इतना ईजी हो जाएगा. जो प्रोजेक्ट मेरे को 1 साल में भी पूरा करना मुश्किल आ रहा है मैं 2 महीने में पूरा कर दूंगा. बट नो डाउट उसका कॉस्ट कोई 15% से उसका कॉस्ट ऐड हो रहा था. बट बोला दिस इज मैनेजेबल. तो पीपल आर टू मच एक्साइटेड. अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम अभी मटेरियल नहीं दे पा रहे तो अभी हम ज्यादा कुछ नहीं बोल सकते. एक बार हम जब मटेरियल देना शुरू करेंगे तब उसका एक्चुअल पोजीशन क्लियरिटी आएगा.
Okay. Okay. And second question, sir, assuming the acceptability is very strong, and you have आपका plant रायपुर में ही रहेगा, so will you at some point of time think of having more such plants, let's say in north and south, or do you think रायपुर से ही सारा service करेंगे for longer term?
Too early question, बहुत जल्दी क्वेश्चन है, बस का जवाब अभी मैं नहीं दे सकता हूँ. मैं बहुत एग्रेसिव बनता हूँ, बट अभी ऑलरेडी मैं बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट में लगा के बैठा हुआ हूँ. रायपुर अभी मेरा ऑलमोस्ट 1 साल डिले हो चुका है, और इधर कलकत्ता और दुबई में जो मेरी एडिशनल मशीन सब फ्री हो रही है, उन दोनों जगह अभी प्लांट सेटअप होना है. तो अभी मैं तो इनके अलावा बहुत कुछ सोच भी नहीं सकता हूँ, कहीं मैं वापस डेट ट्रैप में नहीं फंस जाऊँ. इवन आई एम नॉट ड्रीमिंग, आई एम नॉट थिंकिंग. मेरा एक ही जवाब है, लेट अस फर्स्ट. मेरे को 4 मिलियन तक का मैं कैपेसिटी क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ. एटलीस्ट मेरे को 3 मिलियन तक जब तक मैं नहीं पहुंचूंगा, मैं अभी फर्दर कुछ भी सोच रही. छोटे मोटे 50-100 करोड़ का कैपेसिटी, जो इंप्रूवमेंट कैपेसिटी में बात नहीं करता. मैं पोजिशन में नहीं हूँ कुछ भी सोचने का राइट नाउ.
Sure, understand, sir. Thanks a lot.
Once I cross 3 million tons, then I think about this.
Sure. Okay, thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aditya Welkar from Axis Securities. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. So just from an understanding perspective, sir, the spread between primary and secondary steel. So we know that the primary steel prices have come down because of the host of the factors. But the secondary steel, the prices of the secondary steel, have they increased because of the energy prices, thermal coal prices? So what are the factors playing out there?
Because I don't think the secondary steel is increased. Primary will come down. Like हम तो एक वो कहते हैं रायपुर को मिलाते हैं इंगॉट से. रायपुर में उसको इंगॉट करते हैं जिससे पतरा बनता है, फिर जिससे पाइप बनता है. तो राइट नाउ इन रायपुर का इंगॉट इज क्लोज टू 48-49 रुपीज kg. और उसके ऊपर एटलीस्ट इनको पतरा और पाइप बनाने के लिए 7 to 8 रुपीज kg चाहिए होता है. तो दे आर क्लोज टू एक्स रायपुर 57-58 रुपीज एक्स रायपुर. एंड ऑल इंडिया उनको माल सप्लाई करने के लिए ऑलमोस्ट 3,000 रुपीज टन चाहिए होता है. तो देयर प्राइस इज क्लोज टू 60,000 और 61,000 रुपीज पर टन. राइट नाउ वी आर सेलिंग आवर ट्यूब डिस्काउंटिंग एवरीथिंग 60 अराउंड 65 रुपीज kg पर टन. So there is a gap of 4 rupees kg. This is good enough for us to capture the market.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mudit Jain from Hem Capital Securities. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Congratulations for a good set of numbers. So my question was, sir, as you mentioned that we have not reduced the prices despite sharp correction in HRC. But sir, despite that, our EBITDA margins have come down from March quarter. So sir, what is the reason for that, if you can explain?
बस मैंने आपको ये कहा कि मैंने प्राइस रिड्यूस नहीं किया है, ये ऐसा नहीं कहा मैंने ये कहा कि एज पर टुडे रॉ मटेरियल प्राइसेस मैंने प्राइस रिड्यूस नहीं किया है. राइट नाउ जिसका मैंने आपको कहा कि अभी मेरा रॉ मटेरियल प्राइस इज 57. आई एम सेलिंग ट्यूब एट 65. देयर स्प्रेड ऑफ ऑलमोस्ट 8 रुपीज kg. नॉर्मली हम ये स्प्रेड 5 to 6 रुपीज kg का रखते हैं. तो बिकॉज वी हैव द ओल्ड रॉ मटेरियल इन आवर हाउस, सो वी डोंट रिड्यूस द प्राइस.
ओके सर. बट सर जो एबिटा में डिफरेंस आया है मार्च क्वार्टर से, उसका क्या रीजन होगा सर, वो समझ नहीं आ रहा था सर.
हम जो मटेरियल बेच रहे हैं आज, वो मेरे घर में इन्वेंट्री जो है 60-61 का पड़ा हुआ है, इसलिए मेरा मार्जिन टूटा है. मैं आपको 57 करंट प्राइस बोल रहा हूँ.
ओके सर, आपने 61 में बेचा है.
हमारे पास जो घर के अंदर इन्वेंट्री था वो तो 60-61 का था ना बॉस, जिसको मैंने बेचा है.
ओके एंड करंट लेवल्स आर 57.
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay. Understood. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Varun Jain from Edelweiss. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Sir, you had indicated that other than Raipur, you will have a capacity expansion of 3 lakh ton in Dubai and 2 lakh ton in Kolkata. So can you give us any update on that? And secondly, we had an app called Alishan, which you had said that it had 45,000 or so downloads. So, and we wanted to build a B2B building materials platform for steel products. So, any update on that would be very helpful. Thank you, sir.
Boss, the way we identify the land, we done the agreement with the Dubai Relative Authority. Now, and we also give the contact for the building to local contractor. The process is starting. In Calcutta, we are in the phase of taking the land. We just identifying the land. We are अभी तक हमने land final नहीं किया है. Dubai में we have done everything. Calcutta में वो कर रहे हैं. Alishan app Anubhav can give better update.
So Alishan app was launched to cater to the B2C demand of for structural steel tubes. Right. Today we have around 55,000 downloads. Right, and almost 25,000 fabricators are enrolled there. So here the idea is that the end consumer who has been using our tubes anyways, they should know that with our tubes they can get their home decor products made, and we have made the nearest fabricator available to your home in almost 150 cities. So idea is to promote Apollo brand and to have larger mindshare in the consumer. So that's the objective, and this app is not for B2B platform. For B2B platform, we are having discussions internally. Probably we are going with Salesforce. And probably in next quarter call we'll have some better concrete plan to discuss for B2B trading platform.
Thank you, sir. That was very helpful.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pinakin Parekh from JP Morgan. Please go ahead.
हाँ जी, थैंक यू सर. सर एक क्वेश्चन ये था, आपने कहा कि अभी स्टील प्राइस 57 है और इंपोर्ट 52 पे हो रहा है, तो आपने सर बिकॉज टाटा स्टील JSW ने बोला कि हम लोग मेंटेनेंस शटडाउन्स रह रहे हैं, तो एज अ कंपनी सर हैव यू स्टार्टेड बुकिंग लार्ज इंपोर्ट ऑर्डर्स बिकॉज इन द नियर टर्म ये लोग अगर मेंटेनेंस शटडाउन ले रहे हैं तो दे मे नॉट बी कीन टू रिड्यूस प्राइसेस वेरी शार्पली?
No, boss. We are not keen for it. Just do some little bit import because of for doing the export. But after giving the taxation on the import, maybe prices are not workable. And but we have a very good relationship with Tata Steel and JSW Steel or other steel suppliers. They are in problem because of their raw materials too high in the current situation. We are not want to create any problem because of Apollo to them. So because we have a long-term relationship with all the steel suppliers, we are cooperating with them and we are do not want to increase the import. अब इनको प्रॉब्लम है, जैसे वो ठीक होंगे तो they also cooperate us. So we have a very good relationship. So we are not a player of import.
ठीक है, understood. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Akash from Canara Robeco Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so sir, thank you for the opportunity. Sir, just demand side पे मतलब आप कुछ color देंगे? I mean, आप demand कहाँ से देख रहे हैं? I mean, आपको क्या confidence? I mean, 2.3, 2.4 का confidence आपको मतलब कहाँ से आ रहा है? Because if you see one of the building material product category company did allude to that there could be a possibility of a slowdown in the demand because of the increase in the interest rate, etc. So I mean, just on demand side, if you can put some color, I mean, what gives us confidence that we could still do 2.3, 2.4 type of a number? Thank you.
We are looking at the demand from the three sectors. Right one, we want to take back our sales from which sales in the last 2 years go to the secondary material. एक तो कुछ तो हम वहाँ से अपना सेल्स वापस लेना चाहते हैं, कुछ एक सेगमेंट में हमारा वहाँ पर सेल बुरी तरह से हैमर हुआ था. जुलाई मंथ से हमने देखा कि वहाँ से हमारा सेल्स काफी वापस आना शुरू हो गया है. I can give you example like the Tamil Nadu market. Tamil Nadu market में 2019-20 में मेरा my sales is close to 1.51. Just take my data. Tamil Nadu market में my sale is in the year 2020-21 1.5 lakh टन का था, जो घट के 21-22 में 1 लाख टन रह गया था. Q1 में ये सेल मेरा रह गया था 7,000 टन per month. You can see it is 84,000 tons per annum, 1.5 sales. Right now in this month, I already sell this market in the 26 days 12,000 tons. So almost I go back to 1.5 lakh ton. और यहाँ पर 4-5 डेज है और अभी इन्वेंट्री डिस्टॉकिंग हो रहा है. सो आई वेरी बुलिश की जो एक बार जैसे मैं स्पेन से बाहर आऊँगा, अपना जो हाई रेट का रॉ मटेरियल उसको खत्म, तो डिमांड इज नॉट ए प्रॉब्लम फॉर मी. अगर कोई वापस से कोई सेलेरो में बहुत बड़ा कोई चेंज नहीं आया तो आई एम वेरी बुलिश. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा बुलिश हूँ कि एक मार्केट से मेरा अगर 1 लाख टन का डिमांड बढ़ रहा है तो आई हैव 32 मार्केट्स.
ओके ओके, मतलब आप ऐसे बोल रहे हैं कि सेकेंडरी से आप शेयर ले रहे हो तो वहाँ से ग्रोथ आएगा कुछ
मैं बहुत लास्ट 2 साल मैंने कैसे निकाला आई नो. मेरा बहुत मार्केट शेयर खत्म हुआ था क्योंकि गैप इज 15,000 to 20,000 रुपीज पर टन.
ओके ओके. और सर ये जो Q-on-Q जो एबिटा पर टन थोड़ा सा है, तो आपने समझा, तो आप वापस एक बार समझा पाएंगे प्लीज?
बॉस, हमारा क्या प्रॉब्लम है कि कोई भी आदमी मटेरियल नहीं खरीद रहा है. एवरीबडी नो कि प्राइसिंग आर डाउन. कंपनी प्राइस नहीं तोड़ रहा है क्योंकि कंपनी के पास ओल्ड रेट का इन्वेंट्री पड़ा हुआ है, तो वो लोग भी उतना ही माल खरीद रहे हैं जितना माल उनको बेचना है. तो जब प्रोसेस में आप देखो, मेरा कैपेसिटी 6 लाख टन के हिसाब से है, अगर मैंने 4.2 लाख टन बेचा है तो मेरा 700-800 रुपीज तो प्राइस ये अपना प्रोसेस कॉस्ट ही बढ़ गया.
ओके.
मैं कॉस्ट इज इंक्रीज बाई 700 to 800 रुपीज टन. कुछ मैंने डिस्काउंट देके माल बेचा, कुछ मैंने एक्सपोर्ट ज्यादा किया जहाँ पर मेरी रिलेशन कम थी अपना टारगेट पूरा करने के लिए. लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स आर देयर. मार्जिन कहाँ टूटा है बॉस मेरा? ये तो मेरा बेस्ट क्वार्टर आप मेरे से पूछोगे तो मेरा मार्जिन तो सिर्फ 400-500 रुपीज टन टूटा है. अगर आप पास्ट हिस्ट्री दिखाओ, कभी ऐसा शार्प फॉल आया होता है कि 74 से 60,000 रॉ मटेरियल आ गया, ये 14,000 रुपीज टन से रॉ मटेरियल नीचे आ गया, अपोलो का एबिटा 0 हो जाता था. ये तो कंपनी इतनी स्ट्रांग हो गई है कि हमने इस पूरे सिनेरियो को झेल लिया है. हाँ, आप समझो बात को. एक मेरा इन्वेंट्री बढ़ गया था ड्यू टू सेल कम होने के कारण, उसके बाद भी अब अपना नंबर पूरा करके गए हैं. 74,000 रुपीज टन से 57,000, मतलब 70 रुपीज किलो का ड्रॉप एट द इन्वेंट्री लेवल ऑफ 2 लाख टन. मेरे पास 2 लाख टन का इन्वेंट्री लेवल था. ये ऑलमोस्ट 340 करोड़ और रुपीज मैंने मार्जिन से या अपने बिजनेस से बचाया है.
ओके सर, अंडरस्टूड सर, थैंक यू.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was the last question. I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Anubhav Gupta for closing comments.
Thanks everyone for joining us, and thanks to Spark Capital once again for hosting us for this call. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. On behalf of Spark Capital Advisors, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.